Duly noted, 12/5/2015. Hi, I'm Dr. Kathy Dooley. I'm here at the House of Gains, Catalyst Sport in New York City. I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about half kneeling and how it's important for a way to get off the floor to build a lot of power and strength. You can do a self-test on this and see if you can do it. Hopefully you can, and if you can't, we'll show you some regressions to get you to where you can do it. But this is something you should be able to do from age like 10 months to 90 plus. And that's be able to get off the floor in a half kneeling position. So let's say you're on the floor and you're trying to transition to get up. I see a lot of people cheat in a lot of ways where they load into their low back to get themselves off the ground, which sacrifices on lumbar stability. Sometimes they'll even do my favorite, to be able to get up, which definitely compromises the low back and can compromise the neck. A way that you want to get off the floor is much like a baby does. They'll actually transition into half kneeling, then pull themselves up like that. One of the tests that you can do to see if you can get up from half kneeling is get in this position, be able to make sure you're driving from the hip going forward and even out at 45 degrees a little bit, and push off your back foot with the toes curled under, and see if you can just stand up in that position. If you're having trouble with that, that is a sign that you're lacking some hip stability and abdominal stability, maybe even toe mobility. These things are very important to preserve. You also want to see if there's a discrepancy from side to side. Are you better at it on one side than the other? So if, let's say, you're really good on this side, but then you find yourself wobbling and struggling to get off the floor on the other side, then you definitely need to see somebody, get assessed, get corrected for a hip instability. If you're trying to practice this on your own, a couple of things to think about. Keep the shoulders relaxed, chest up, head up, chin back. You never want to sacrifice spinal stability to get yourself off the floor. So you're keeping this nice long line in the body, and you're trying to push from the back foot and from the hips to get yourself off the ground. If you're having trouble doing that, what you can do is put a block under your knee, just raise the floor up to you and start practicing. What this does is it trains your brain, your entire limbic system, your motor control center, to learn what the movement should feel like. A couple of things that you don't want to do is lifting your weight forward to compromise the knee or the feet, and you never want to hyperextend the low back to be able to get up. Seeing that from the side looks like this. So we want to avoid going forward. A lot of people like to pitch their weight forward and shift a lot of shear stress into their low back and knees. What you really want to do is maintain a pretty upright position, a nice controlled abdomen. You can even try to encourage yourself to bring the ribs down a little bit and brace the gut to be able to push yourself off the floor. If one block's not enough, use two, use three. Just trying to train yourself to be able to get off the ground from that position. And if you're not good with, let's say, 3 blocks, use 4. If you get good with 4, bring it down and transition yourself down until you're eventually getting off the floor. I have helped a lot of people, especially those over the age of 65, learn to get from the ground to a standing position in a safe way. A lot of people get falls. When they get falls, they have to go to the hospital. When they go to the hospital, that's where they catch the good bugs, the ones that are drug resistant. And a lot of people are at risk for getting pneumonia if they go to the hospital, or other types of infectious things, iatrogenic diseases. So make sure that you protect yourself and be able to get off the floor properly. Again, transitioning yourself from like an oblique sit like this to pull up to a lunge position into a standing position, and then back down again. These are really, really important things to do for life. If you can't do it, get yourself assessed, get yourself corrected. You're welcome to come join us at Catalyst Sport and we can teach you how to do this. Dr. Kathy Dooley, I'll see you next time.